Hi, I'm Pizza Man Nick Dieselin, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install Nextcloud on your local network. So let's get started. The first thing that you'll have to do is install Docker on your computer. Docker is a tool that allows us to run different services in containers, and that's going to be the key to our success here. If you're on Windows, Docker is going to need to use WSL2. So if you go over to resources in the Docker settings, just make sure that WSL2 is being used for the backend. This allows us to use files on an external hard drive. So you'll see none of our Docker services are running. We have nothing running here. This green is a good sign. That means the Docker engine is running. So in this video description, I'm going to have a link to this repository. And this has all the settings that you'll need to get Nextcloud running on your computer. So within the root directory of this project, you'll see that there's a .env file. And this is the file that has the root path to the Nextcloud files. Nextcloud _ root variable has a definition of where the files will be stored. So we can see right now I'm looking in the F drive on my computer, and it's going to look for a folder called Nextcloud. The next thing that we have to do is specify a static IP address for this server. That way we can reference it in the app or on different devices. So if you're in Windows and you go to your properties for your network adapters, we're going to go to Ethernet because I'm on the Ethernet here. I'm going to click Change Adapter Options. And if you go to the properties of your network adapter, so I'm using this Ethernet 2, go down to IPv4, so the Internet Protocol version 4, and click Properties. This is where we are going to set our static IP address. Normally, this is set to automatically get an IP address from the router or whatever is running on your network for the DHCP service. So you can see here that I have an IP address of 192.168.1.2. This is going to be our server's IP address. Our gateway is 192.168.1.1. So make sure that that is actually the gateway to your router. Then you also have to set the DNS server. Right now this is using Google's DNS server of 8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4. And make sure your subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And after you have that set, you can disable and re-enable your network adapter, and then that should get you the static IP address. We're going to check that in our console. So I'm going to clear this. And if you type ipconfig in Windows, this will give us a lot of our the IP information for our network adapters, and we are looking for our Ethernet adapter. So we see Ethernet adapter Ethernet, and we see our IPv4 address of 192.168.1.2. All right, we got a static IP address. Now let's view that in the browser. So we can take this IP address and go into our web browser. And if Nextcloud is running, oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to start our Docker containers. That's a great segue to this. So let's go into our terminal, and you have to be in the root project directory. So we're on our Nextcloud directory here. Type docker-compose up-d. This should spin up all of these Docker services. Now, the first time you run this on Windows, WSL2 is very slow with the file writes, so it could probably take around a half hour to start this up. But that's only the first time that it's initializing. After that, it should restart much quicker. But the first time it's very slow. So I would recommend running this on Linux or Mac if you could. But if not, it works just fine on Windows. It's just a little bit slow. So we're going to go into our browser, and this should load the login page for Nextcloud. Okay, the Nextcloud login page has loaded, and the default credentials that I have set are admin and password. If you'd like to change those, they're in the Docker compose file. I have the admin name and password set. You'll need to change it in the app and in the database. All right, you can see we loaded into the Nextcloud dashboard on our computer. The next step is to try connecting to it from our Nextcloud app on our iPhone or Android device. I have it on my Android phone, so when you first open the app, you'll have to click login. Your server address is going to be http://192.168.1.2. Okay, it will say we're connecting our device to the computer, and we'll click login. Let's type in our credentials. Admin and password. Then the last thing we need to do is grant access. All right, so we are logged into the server. If you see this, this is a good sign. The last step that we want to do, since I'm using this as a content creator, I want all of my videos and photos that I take to automatically be uploaded to Nextcloud whenever I'm on the proper network. So if you go to More in the app and then scroll down to Settings, then you'll see this Auto Upload. Click Auto Upload, check that box, and then we're going to select a folder for this. We have a phone folder. I created that earlier, so I'm going to use the phone folder. And then I'm going to click select on that folder. I would recommend use only the Wi-Fi connection. It will always only be using the Wi-Fi for us, but we don't want it to try using our phone data. So just check those on, and then also click upload the whole camera roll. This will upload all of our photos and videos that are on our phone currently, and then it'll also upload everything that is taken in the future. So it's just like Google Drive. When you take pictures or photos on your phone and they're automatically uploaded, or Google Photos, it uploads just like that. So we can see that we have 515 photos being uploaded, photos and videos. And you can see in the transfers section on the app, we can see that these transfers are happening. So this is a great sign. You can watch these. This will probably take, depending on what you have, it may take a long time, but this is your key to success right here. So we're uploading those files, and then you'll be able to access them on your computer from the web browser or in your File Explorer on Windows. So there you have it. We installed Nextcloud on our local computer, running as a server with Docker, and then we're accessing it with our phone using the Nextcloud app. And now all of our videos and photos will be backed up to our computer in our local network without using the public internet. So it's amazing. So if this was helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.